All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Would you look at this spark spin that I got on the table? Yeah, because it's pretty cool. We're gonna check it out right away. But first of all, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share, do the old good stuff that you usually do on YouTube, and don't forget to check out Fablades.com, see what is going on up there. And let's get into this. This is a spark spin. This is a pretty cool fidget spinner knife. Check out the website right over here. That's a cool patch. It was sent along with this knife in a very cool packaging. You see here you have these lines that are gonna create the illusion of some movement, because there is some movement going on into the knife itself. Don't forget to carry the spark. Some information's right over here, and on the back, social media, website, all that good stuff. Here you have it. This is the knife. All right, we're gonna check it out. I'm just gonna give you some specs first. You get a Böhler M390 steel at 60 HRC, so pretty hard powder steel, you know, good edge retention and corrosion for the blade. You have a titanium clip. This is Fablades marked. Pretty cool, grade 5 titanium for the handle as well. Very strong, good weight. It's a titanium frame lock, as you can see. You have a spinner gear and button right over here, as you can see. Which are 300 series stainless steel, so it's going to resist wear, and it's a galvanic contrast with the tie. It might be prone to scratches, but I think it's going to be pretty durable. You have a ceramic ball bearings right underneath the hold with a pretty good action for sure. And we're gonna go ahead and check some measurements. You have a tip to, let's say, handle of a length of 6.5 centimeters, kind of like 2.5 inches. And overall, this big boy, I'm kidding, is gonna be 6.25 inch long. Just to give you an idea, for example, this is a small Rasenti Nirvana, so it's bigger, of course. This guy here is a Stellaris from Shirogorov, so it's a mid-sized knife. So you already know that the Spark Spin is a small knife. Just another couple here, just to show you some classic in the house. Large Sebenza 21 and a full-size Shirogorov F3 and S, just to give you, you know, just an idea of how big this fella is. It is a very interesting one. Overall size is length is 160 millimeter, enclosed is going to be 95. So it's a small EDC footprint for sure. It is 14 millimeters thick, so it's kind of chunky, but this is needed, you know, because you need to accommodate the spinner, and it's all mechanisms that are inside the handle. Of course, you can see some internal skeletonization going on to reduce the weight. You have a weight, since we're talking about weight, let's see how much this guy is gonna weigh. It's heavier than your usual, so 3.61 ounces. So it's not like super lightweight, but it has some quality. It has some weight that it, you know, confers some quality to the knife itself. So it feels solid. So you have titanium frame locks with some milling going on. Of course, you get some pivot collars right over there, darkened pivot screws, and holding, like the wheel holding screw as well, is blacked out, matching the screws on the handle. You have a wheel that is spinning only if you pull this switch down. If you pull it up, I hope you can hear this pretty cool damped sound that is produced by this wheel. Pretty cool. Free spinning mode or not, up to you. So you have a stepped clicker that is kind of like a signature for this knife. Indeed, it's a spinner knife, so it's a Fidget knife. The frame lock is, pretty standard, reliable. The lock face insert is right there. So you're not gonna have any lock stick. In fact, you can see it's screwed out from the outside. So no lock stick present in this little fella right here. You have a lanyard hole option done with 2 holes. That's pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like that, so pretty cool design choice. You have a backspacer that is lined up very good with the Spark logo that is etched in. And you have an anodized titanium clip. I believe this could be cool for like a Tritz option to be installed right over the pocket clip, which is deep carry. This much stuff, this much of the knife is going to be sticking out, and it's working well, I have to say. You see, it's a little stiff, but still, it's going to be retained very well into the pants. Deployment option, of course, you have a front flipper like so, and you have a thumb stud deployment method. So you have a couple of options. Or of course, you can do like a slow roll if you want, or you can just flick it like so. So I have bigger hands, so sometimes I struggle with smaller knives, but in this case, you can see you hold it like this and boom, this thing just rockets out of the handle. So really, really cool action. You have a satisfy flicking on the blade. Of course, when you open it, you have, of course, added thickness, you have a little bit of weight, but it's a very complex knife. It's stock is very thin, so this is a pretty cool slicer. And we said it's M390, so very high-end steel. Blade is featuring dual thumb studs like over here, nice jimping, which is actually practical, a swedge, a flat grind, and a drop point, which is pretty much all belly. A little sharpening choil right at the end of the plunge grind completes the features on this blade. By the way, this is a it's a prototype. It's a pre-production model, so it might have some variations down the road. But I have to say the lines, steampunky, are gonna be maintained. You have a pretty cool way to disassemble, because it's very simple. You have 2 screws right over here on the handle, and just one pivot is going to be sufficient, to take it apart and clean the ceramic bearing, the fidget gear, and you just, with Torx screws and some little bit of Loctite, you're going to be pretty much good to go. This guy, if you see, has a very cool design. Its lines are flowing. It's a novelty for sure, but it's something that was never made on the market. So both knife collectors and fidget enthusiasts are going to be trying to seek this novelty, because I guess it's less ideal for a minimalist ultralight EDC user, but this guy, deliver consistent quality check across the production, I'm pretty sure, and it's priced very, very competitively. You know, the spin has a room to carve a niche. The only thing you might complain about is the thickness and the complexity, but I mean, this is the point of the knife, to be complex and to be unique. So if you check the link down below, you are going to be directed to the page where you are going to be able to make the order, and you're gonna see the pricing. So if you are a super early bird, it's gonna be 139 bucks. That's only if for the first 24 hours. You're gonna save $90 because the retail price is $229. If you get two, you're gonna get 270 bucks first 24 hours only, and you're gonna save 188 bucks. So with the retail price of $458, you save a bit. Early birds with limited quantities are gonna pay 149 bucks and saving 80 bucks. Again, if you buy two, it's gonna be $290, saving $168 on the retail price for this fella when it's going to be available. So you can decide if you want to save some money, get this fella right away, and because it's available, and you can just make sure you get it with a pretty cool discount. You almost save $100 from retail price. And what else can I say? I mean, the lock side, it's sporting a couple vents, some milling lines. You can see the cut out for the lock bar bending right over here. You have as I said, tip-up carry only pocket clip. If you analyze the sound, it's clacky. Not too loud. This is very subdued. It is solid in the hand. It's actually feeling good. I feel just maybe a little bit of a hot spot from the end of the blade because it is short for my massive paws. But beside that, I really like the jimping. I think it's pretty solid. There's no blade play, there's no lock rock, there's no lock stick. It's well put together. It's a nice front flipper. Of course, maybe I can actually, you see, you can even deploy it with your index finger. And it's versatile, especially because it's gonna be, you can even do like that. So very cool acoustics on this knife. Finger groove is right over here, so you have enough room to disengage the lock bar. You can see mainly the skeletonization is happening on this side of the knife, not so much on this side for the show side scale. On the lock side, it's pretty much all over. So that's very good, vented over here and vented over there, which can see through. And you have, of course, this anodized part which matches the clip. I wish they could have matched the thumb stud anodized as well as the clip, but I mean, it's okay. It is a pretty cool knife indeed, and it's the Spark Spin. And I really hope you carry the Spark, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.